Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Happy Canada Day! Another episode of Monday Night Slot Car Live. We go live. Today is Canada Day. Thanks, guys. I absolutely appreciate y'all being here. Absolutely fantastic. Ow! Go Canada. All right. So today I have my HO slot car guru, of course, Robert Fish. He's a Canadian as well. He's going to join me today, and well, that's what we're doing. So let's get Robert on the scene. Yeah. Hey, Robert.
Hey,
How you doing, brother?
hello. Hi, everyone. Happy Canada Day,
Yeah.
for sure.
Wow. Great day. Yeah, Canada Day. All right. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Let's get some. Let's set the mood, shall we? Where do we start today? Let's
Uh,
start. Well, let's wake everybody up. Hey, all right. So, yeah, we got a good show tonight. Tonight's going to be a little bit of chit chat, a little talk, a little slot cars, a little here, a little there. So, all right. I want to thank everyone for being here today. I especially want to thank Robert for joining us. I absolutely appreciate it. As usual, before we get the night going, let's have a look and see who's in the house tonight. So Clearwater, thanks for joining us, brother. I appreciate it. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Oh, where'd it go? There we go. HSF Racing, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate that. Dennis Osborne, awesome, brother. Yes, thank you. Happy Canada Day. Thanks. I appreciate that. No drama. Thanks, brother. Yo, Canada Day. Yeah, you bet, man. It's our nation's birthday. Thank you. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Harry's in the house. Harry, I promised everybody one thing when I finally seen you at my live. Brother, this is 100% for you. Are you ready? Wait a sec. I got to get it right. Here we go. Thanks for joining us tonight, brother. I appreciate it. And of course, thanks, Harry. Where are we? Scale Slot Cars. Thank you, brother. Awesome. Fantastic work on your 4-lane track, by the way. Right on. Let's get back to it. So, yeah, I told you guys I'd find that clip, and, well, there it is. Doug, another fellow Canadian. Thank you, brother. I absolutely appreciate you being here. Thanks. Awesome. Yeah. Harry, thanks, brother. Die. Awesome. Oh, Canada. Yeah, I'd sing it for you, but I was doing a little practicing earlier. Let's just say I'm not on point. Awesome. Awesome. The dude. They call me the dude. Oh, that's lots of dudes around. I love that dog. That's so awesome. So for the Canadians in the house, what are you guys up to today? What are you doing? For myself, I just took it easy earlier today. It was raining pretty hard. My plan was to go to the park. Never quite actually got that far because of how unsunny it was, I guess is a decent way to put it. And so I never really got to do what I wanted to do, although I did relax and I cleaned up the slot car track, hung this cool flag for everyone to see. I want to thank Robert for helping me with that. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah.
It was a problem.
Right.
Sadly, I cannot seem to access the chat at all for some reason.
You can't see the chat. It's right
I
there.
can see it. I just can't chat. Can't communicate with the good people in the chat, which I'd like to be able to do to say hello. But anyway, I'll just say hello to everyone.
Well, yeah, you could just say hello.
Yeah,
You have the advantage of not having to write anything.
I guess that'll work. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. CBC Canada. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a little bit of Canadian product. Yeah. Slot Valley, everybody. Woo. Yeah. So later today we will be doing a draw for the Wonder Tool. Thank you, Warren from lighttechslots.ca. Man, if you got large scale slot car, or maybe even I guess you could use them for a few things on small scale slot cars. These things are absolutely fantastic. They come in several fantastic colors and they do a great job. So to Warren, I want to say thank you, and make sure you check out his store at lighttechslots.ca, where you'll find excellent selection of premium and other slot cars. So Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota's really close. Super close. It's like stone throwing kind of stuff. Very close. So, exciting news, guys. I finally found a professional track in Manitoba. So now I might have to go check it out. Now, I would have went down tonight to check it out, but unfortunately their racing tonight is at 6 p.m. Of course, right? Tell the guy the story. The only day I can't do it is today. Like, oh yeah, for sure. That's funny. But yeah, we're gonna get an opportunity to get out there and start swinging some dicks, if you will, when it comes to slot cars and see what's going on. So yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I'm wondering what kind of classes they're running, and the track looks good. So I forgot to start the timer. Oh, we're gonna have to start this all over again. All right, guys. So if you see in the top corner right there, that is the 1 hour timer, which I forgot to push when we first started, but that's okay. When that timer goes ding, so does this show. So we're going to be calling it the Power Hour, and we're going to squeeze a whole bunch into a little bit of time. It's like, taking a long walk off a short pier, that kind of thing. So yeah. Let's see what's going on here in the chat. Keep it. This is interesting how this works. Oh, okay. Oh, Daniel Thomas, thanks for joining us, brother. Absolutely appreciate it. Welcome. Thank you. Oh, I think Doug had the kind of day I was looking to have. Had a great time. Yeah, you see that it was pretty rainy here, so it was
Put a
nice.
damper on the festivities, eh?
Yeah, yeah, it really did, man. Like I said, I was hoping to go to one of our provincial parks and chill out for the day, and what I always do. I grew up going there, and that kind of thing.
Well, maybe you'll have some fireworks tonight. Anyway,
Oh, that's a possibility. The
uh,
community center down the street from me usually has like fireworks and stuff.
yeah, yeah. There's probably going to be quite a bit here tonight. I've got some neighbors that really like their fireworks. Actually, they've been at it already last night in the wee
Oh
hours.
yeah.
12:30 or 1 o'clock. They were out there. Yeah,
Just giving her, eh?
giving her. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh
But
no.
the main park is not too far away. I'll be able to hear everything, even if I can't see everything. So yeah,
Loud noises everywhere. Eh? Boo, boo, boo. Django will be running for cover underneath whatever. He'll be drooling like a crazy nutcase. Oh
oh,
man,
terrible. Yeah.
fireworks and thunder just doesn't work well for him at all. So I need some magical twinkle stick, like
You need to get him a set of earphones.
right. Yeah, a set of earphones, and then we'll put him on a mattress that doesn't vibrate so that he doesn't feel the rumble. Because sometimes, man, I swear to God, he hears it coming from so far away. All right, so I really only have one topic tonight, and I was just curious to know. For those of you who are interested in the large scale, I was curious to see how many of you had known or seen the new Revo 510s that were coming. And the only reason why it's on my mind right now is because I just did the 510 fix video. So if you haven't catch that on on YouTube, please do so. It's absolutely genius. I take a HO shoe spring and put it inside the sleeve of the Revo slot, and it stops the red bumper from collapsing. It's completely genius, and it comes from a direction that most large scale don't look at it that way, because this wouldn't be part of their gear. They would not have one of these springs just kicking around, unless of course you've used HO slot cars, in which case you probably do have at least one or two of these springs. And for me, it was absolutely genius. Um, People have been using the Loctite or what have you on the nuts, and I completely get it. I understand what it's for and why it's used. But when you use the spring from the AFX, or sorry, from the Auto World or Aurora or Tyco, it can't be the new AFX. The new AFX are shaped differently, and it wouldn't work. They're longer and thinner, whereas the older ones are short and stubby, and they fit over the screw and inside the sleeve. So, it's kind of like bing, and because it's a screw, or because it's a spring, it actually pushes back on the rubber of the cap, and it in turn it pushes against the shell of the body, so it traps the screw, and the screw doesn't shake loose. I've ran both 300 laps on my track easily, and I'm not missing any screws or anything of that sort. I've been having a really good time with them. There's amazing amounts of body float. It just blows me away how the aha moment was absolutely fantastic. And I thought, well, instead of doing my review and the run up of the car, everyone's done that. If you're not sure still on how to do that, PM me. I'll send you a few different videos from other creators. There's lots out there when it comes to reviewing and running a car, getting them ready for the track, tuning them. Tons of great videos. So um, just throwing a name, slot car dude, C Nico. Fantastic. He's got some really good tuning reviews that he just put out lately. So I would probably start there.
I have a silly question for you, Dan. I know how small springs are for the HO cars. Would a spring from a pen be too large or too heavy to
A spring from where?
say from a like from a pen, like a
Oh yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
weird
This is
looking.
like literally think of how big the Auto World spring is. The
Yeah,
shoes.
I know they're pretty
Yeah,
fine. I was
because
just trying to think of something maybe that everybody would have lying around, but
Yeti Nation, thanks for joining us, brother. I appreciate it.
other than slot car springs like that, I can't think of any other spring that any other place you could find a spring like that.
Right? It
Yeah.
absolutely. As soon as I seen what was going on. When I watched Marty, I watched Raul from Conquest. I watched a few other people wrestling with their cars. So when it came to doing the reviews for my twin pack, I instantly right away I was like, I just can't do a tuning video. There's like everyone's done the tuning video. So what we need here are answers and solutions, like solid solutions. And for me, it was simply like I look around and I'm looking in my toolbox, and of course my toolbox now is HO and large scale. So when I realized, oh my gosh, 440 times 2 spring fits in that housing, and it won't allow that bumper to collapse all the way. Oh, genius! And there's so much body movement. It's fantastic. Um, Lots. See, see that?
We're we're getting a little bit of an issue with the sound, Dan. It's kind of chopping up.
What sound?
The sound when you were explaining what you were just explaining, the sound went off a bit.
Uh-oh.
It's okay now. It sounds okay now.
There's just lots of body movement in the chassis now, so it actually works out good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, it probably for those who know, this is what I'm doing to all my Revos now. There's no question that this is absolutely a brilliant idea, and it allows for maximum body float while not having to do all those other things. And there's nothing wrong with all those other things. Those are all other solutions too. But I really just think that if everyone just bought a pack of 440 times 2 shoe springs, the Revo space would be a better place. Or at least 510s would be easier to deal with. So, um, okay, so let's quickly have a look at the new 510s that will be coming out very soon. So where are we here? We are 510s. There we go. So this is the new 510s that'll be coming out soon. The Paul Newman car is the car on the right. It was originally number 75, but the number had to be changed. So they just added that little curve and made it a 95. And of course, we have a Golf livery and the Simon Ice. I could see myself purchasing the Golf and the Simon Ice. What do you guys see? What interests you guys? Certainly there's a lot to look at here. Um, so let's turn this off. There we go. So yeah, what do you guys see that interests you 510 wise? I've been hearing fireworks all weekend. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's probably like a whole week long party if you live near the Canadian American border. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Um. Oh, Chris, thanks for joining us, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you and welcome. Happy Canada Day. Oh yeah, Harry, that car is beautiful, brother. Green. Yeah. Oh man, it looks so nice. That was one of the cars. I think I'm gonna get that one with another livery of the same BMW series. Fantastic. Yeah, I agree. The BMW is a really nice, sharp looking car, for sure. Right. Yeah, because you collect both of those, BRM and the Revo slots, but that's literally the same company, just 132 and 124th. Oh yes, yeah. For the full suspension or the suspension cars, yeah, absolutely. This is probably correct. The only one that I have with full suspension is the uh, is here, but I don't think I would take it apart. But of course, if you had lots of suspension cars, then of course you'd have springs and that kind of thing. That would work good, you know. So my camera is being a nut job again. That's all right. So
Yeah, I think everyone likes that Gulf livery, eh?
that
That's a
Golf livery, oh, it's really nice. It's striking looking livery. The Simonize one too for me really stuck out because I use Simonized products, so I thought, oh, that's kind of cool, right? So that works out good. Oh, there we go. Slot Car League of Champions is in the house. Slot Cars for life. Thanks for joining us, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you. And falling behind a little bit. Have to buy in pairs the Golf and the red one. Yeah. They're like I said, you always got to buy two, right? Because you can't race one car. A one car race is called time trials. That's not called racing. That's called time trials. You're racing the clock, sure, but it's still called time trials. Let's see. Yeah, what do we got? No fan of the Datsuns. Yeah, I'd like to see some muscle cars actually for myself. Of course, being a Canadian or a North American, I think our preference is towards the muscle style cars. I think I like the 510 so much because my neighbor down the street, he's got a 510 in his backyard, and I walk by it every day. Like, oh man, it's just sitting there rusting away, and he probably thinks he's doing it a favor by covering it and putting it in his backyard. It's just sitting there, like, okay, does it fly? Maybe, like try something else. Yeah. So, oh, I'd love to see the GTO, man. That would just be the bomb. That would GTOs. Hey, I'd even like to see some 57 Chevys or a 57 Nomad in large scale because they haven't blown the snot out of it. All right, man.
I wish they would do some pro stock cars
Yeah,
in all scales. Like, there's a real lack of pro stock cars, in my opinion.
right. It would be nice. I'd also like to see some really solid winged cars too, like some sprints would be cool.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the sprints, so that would be really nice to see. Um, what kind of cars would you guys like to see? Like if you could have something within reason, of course. What would you like to see them make? You know, for myself, I'd like to definitely see some like split nose Camaros, maybe for the large scale would be nice. Now I'm sure they may have at some point, but I'd like to see yeah, like a Chevy Impala and that kind of thing. Absolutely. Yeah. Or like I said, I'd even like to see the 55 Bel Air. Um that hasn't been or totally crapped out because it hasn't been in the large scale, right? So it's kind of nice and refreshing. It'd be good to see some good liveries. Yeah. I'd like to see a I'd like to see them do a 64 Impala. Definitely sprint cars. Yeah, right? I'm all over that. Sprint cars. Yeah. Maybe the dirt track on this Thursday. I might end up going to the dirt track, so stay tuned. I might do a little bit of a live from the dirt track. 70 Stingray, that would be a pretty interesting car. 70 Stingray. Yeah. Right. We need to bring back it'd be nice if Carrera made some of these cars that seem to be so expensive now. The Chevelle, man, the Chevelle is really nice, but it just seems too expensive and sort of graspy for cost. Very weird. But yeah, so oh, let's see.
How about some pickup trucks?
Pickup trucks.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's a good question.
you know,
What kind of, if you guys could have a pickup truck made, what do you guys think should be made? I know I'd like to see my Ford F-150, but that's just me. But I think they could do like a lowrider version of like a really slick Chevy or something like that, right? Some race version, some on-track version. I just seen the brand new electric Lightning race truck. Holy mackerel. Google that thing. That is one retarded looking truck. Can you say retarded? Maybe in reference to trucks. That would be really nice.
you could do a lot of customization with pickups, right? You know,
Oh, I'm sitting here looking at this going, stockpile hobbies. That sounds so familiar. Steve, brother! Woo! What's going on, man? Ah, yeah. Thanks for joining us, man. Right on. Picked a good day, my man. Thank you. Thanks for joining
been
us.
a while.
It's been a while, yeah. Anybody who hasn't checked out Steve's channel, go check it out. It's awesome. He's what got me into slot cars. He's a good guy, Steve. He's got good stuff going on. Plus, he's got like some real muscle car too, not just like me pumping up my electric slot set. Yeah, yeah. Here we go. What do we got? Yeah, this 64 Chevy pick. Yeah, 66 Impala. Oh my gosh, there are some really gooders here. Yeah. Yeah, brother, good to see you. How's Enzo doing? Guys got things under control there? Woo. All right. So pretty soon I'll be doing a video explaining how to hook up the AFX to the aftermarket power supply. And I'll also be doing a short video along with that video altogether. It'll be about putting the braid on the bottom of the AFX shoes just to make it move along a lot better. I think most people will be pretty blown away about what the end result is. Oh, right on.
Just a quick reminder: where did you get the braid from?
The braid came from well, it comes from various places, but I usually just grab it with my orders from latexslots.ca from Warren.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So he just sends them along with the screwdrivers too. These are the slot car specific screwdrivers. Screwdrivers. Oh my gosh, it was one of those days, man. I don't think I did enough drugs today. Never mind too much. It is Canada Day after all. You know what us Canadians do. Yeah, I'm good at it too. Right? Yeah, the Mach 1, man, that is one nice I also like the Camaro too, so you know, all right, good stuff, you know. Yeah, kids, man, you really need to find what it is that they're interested in before things get out of control, because if you let them find their own path, it's usually friends or bad influences that help them do that. So providing them with the right path in life is definitely a bonus for sure. So, and it's nice that you're a parent that has a musical ability too. So that always helps. Yeah. So, and of course, the end result is you keep the music alive for sure. Yeah. So, what about yourself? Have you uh, tinker with the slot cars at all, or you're just doing the music thing now? Because I know you got your guitars, and are you still doing your hot rod channel? So what were you up to today, Robert?
Me?
Yeah.
Not too much. Pretty quiet day today in Milton. There was a lot going on last night, but today's been quiet so far. I've been quiet. Yeah, just me and the cats.
It's always nice to be able to
A
relax.
low profile.
Eh?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The weather's nice, but I don't know.
Yeah, but like I was saying, you don't always have to have something to do, right? It's
I
just
guess I'm too much of a homebody. I like being at home.
yeah, I do too. I don't mind. I don't have to be out. When I was younger, man, I wouldn't want to ever be at home, like from the teenage years to mid
Yeah,
20s and 30s.
kind of
Wouldn't
been
want to be
there, kind of been there and done that.
right. Yeah,
Now,
been there, overdone that.
yeah, now I like to just put my
Overplayed.
feet up and listen to some tunes, or I play guitar a little bit. I'll do that, or try to figure out some music, look up some tabs or whatever on the internet. Mostly stuff that involves me sitting on my butt, unfortunately, but I don't know, it keeps me occupied though. Keeps
Right.
my mind occupied at least.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So before I forget, to where my finger's pointing right there, that is the SVR Family Sunday Racing Series with me and Irene. The cars change, and it also changes from analog to digital. So if you guys are interested in watching some family racing, that's where you'll find us Sundays at 12 noon Central Standard Time. And of course, you'll normally find me every Monday now for more than 2.5 years, right here on Monday nights. Everybody, so I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew. Some people don't know or wasn't sure. It took me a while to get her going because the track was an absolute disaster. And now that it's a lot more put together, I'm still waiting for a few pieces. I have the pits. I believe might be able to see the pits that'll be going right here. They're coming from Pete. They're not quite ready yet, so I can't quite finish that portion of the scenery. But as you can see over here, I've been working on it. Now we have trees up along the back, and I'll be working on the infield right away. And then, of course, there'll be lighting, yellow lighting going, where am I? Probably this way. right around the corner where the yellow edging is, there's going to be some, I have some yellow LEDs, and there'll be yellow LEDs all around that yellow corner in the back over there. There's a few sections that are yellow, and I was trying to figure out how I could play that into my set. So that's pretty much how I'll do it. Right. Oh, busy. Busy. All right. Well, there you go. That pretty much covers what you've been doing. Holy cow. That's probably way busier than I would want to be. Damn. I feel busy doing a live, having a drink. What do we got? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got to work that one out. I got to order a cable, an extension cable, so that we can show like down the long side of the track. And then you'll see us standing there. So, yeah, right. We need to make that car for sure. The Truckster. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the National Lampoon's Truckster. Oh, that reminds me of the Homer Simpson everything car that bankrupt his rich brother. Oh yeah, thanks. I'll do a flyby, and I'll put it on a video so that I can show it here next week. A lot's been going on the track in the last little while, so I'll do a highlight video, I guess you could say. Sometimes I just get going and forget to hit record, or I just want to get things done. I'm usually all over the place from one end to the other, and it just goes, I don't know, like watching people like Boone do his thing up close. He's always got he seems to always be working on one small area. I'm just like, maybe that's how it'll be once the major construction's done, but right now I'll be over here, and then seconds later I'll be over here, and I'll be working on two different things. And well, when you go, you go. You need to get her done, yeah, get her done. Garth's Pacer.
If ever there was a non-attractive car.
Right? And you need to have them in the car too, bobbing their heads around. That would be hilarious.
Oh.
Eileen. Woo! All right. Here you go. Anybody looking for old Tyco track? Man, there's got to be so much. I bet Facebook Marketplace is probably the place to put this. Whew. Stuff I see on Facebook Marketplace is crazy. So much weird stuff there. Let me go in here. Yeah. Where are we? Let me try this one. There we go. Yeah, so I'm sure you could find a price where somebody will just take it off your hands. There are people, quite a few people actually, still looking for Tyco track. I see them all
Yep.
the time. I'm not sure why, but people like it. I Of course I run all Race Masters track. That's just because I wanted to run all new track, and that was the brand that I chose to go with at the time. I really don't think in the long. I mean, other than the fact that the Super International is probably the best, undoubtedly, or arguably, I guess, depending on who you are, the Super International is probably the best slot car set to ever come out, or at least, maybe not ever, but certainly in as long as I have been blinking my eyes, because it seems to have everything: the 2 power packs, the million feet of track, 4 lanes, 4 cars, which are completely highly sought after. And if you can do your wheeling and dealing, the cars alone pay for everything that's in that box. So, yeah, it's just pretty much, yeah, right. All of the straights sold right away. Oh, it's tracks like this. Oh, oh yeah. Uh, I will be running this once I get the AFX power supply up.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I like that car.
Best part about this is there's not many out there that look like this. There's a few, but not many. But man, is this fast. Woo, damn.
That's a nice looking car.
Yeah, big fat price tag to go with it too. Holy mackerel. As a
I'm sure
Canadian,
it goes
it's like,
like steak.
yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think this in the marketplace would probably do a little better. Yeah, it is. Let me do can I do a close up of this? I wonder what happens when I go to this one. Oh, this. All right. Oh, I can't. Okay.
Um,
Nice.
Over to your right a little bit more.
This way? This way.
That way, yeah, that's perfect there, right there, yeah. That's better.
Aluminum. Absolutely fantastic. They look great. Lexan body. And a waiting list to get that. And man, does it rock! Woo!
Very limited production.
Yeah, everybody's always waiting on that particular car. So even when I picked it up, I was really lucky to get it because I think at that time they literally made 2 black ones, and I got one of the two when it very first came out. And there was only 4 colors. They made 2 of each to start off with, I believe, is how it went. And then the availability, I realized, was on a to build basis where they literally build a couple of each, and then that would be it. Kind of like the VPR dyno, where Buddy will literally get the parts to build like 4 a year. He'll literally put them out, and that's it. If you were there to get one, congratulations. Once again, I completely lucked out when I bought mine, and I was able to have my pick on the normal one or the 2.0. So, and I even had the volts or amps difference. Steve had the amps one, which worked really good. So, yeah. Yeah, it's a completely a really nice car. It works really good. Curious to see how it will work on the Carrera track, though, mind you. So we're gonna put a pin on it, and we'll set her down the Carrera track and see how it goes. I know all the other ones are good. So, yeah, see, that's pretty much it, right? The gold and red one is exactly the same as the black and gold one. They're like I said, they're highly sought after because they're so incredibly rare. Um, they're nice. They have good response. Super peppy. Absolutely amazing on the HO track for sure. Alan, thanks for joining us, brother. I appreciate it. So yeah, right there. This is what I mean. Like it's kind of like you kind of got to be there at the right moment for this car for the VPR dyno. It would be nice if the demand can be met, but I understand you can't always have it like that. Certainly, um, I've never really had the opportunity to run this full out. I've been looking for the opportunity, and of course, now that I have the aftermarket power supply, the new one, I can actually wire up. I wasn't wiring up the AFX track for the power supply before for specific reasons, other than I spent a mint on AFX power packs. So I was kind of like refusing to. Man, the aftermarket power supply is almost the same cost as the AFX power supply. Keep that in mind. So there's only a $20 difference, and you can dial the snot out of the other one. So let's see what we got here. Chatted with David Vickers from VRP a month ago. Yeah, right. He makes 4 per year, right? That's exactly what he told me, brother. He told me the same thing. He says I make a couple a year, and for the lucky people who are there when I put them out, hey, cheers. He literally said that. So it surprises me not. I mean, it's not his living; it's his secondary. Um, right? It's kind of like places like Falco and True Speed, where literally you order the controller. Falco is literally sitting on his couch in his living room. True Speed is literally sitting on his couch in their living rooms, and they're all making the controllers that you guys are ordering. It's not like they have a million units just sitting there waiting. That's not the case at all. These are smaller retailers who just want to get you their product out. And like I said, if you're ordering True Speed, then you're paying a good price for what you get. That much I can absolutely guarantee you of. This, my friends, is excellent value for your dollar. Um, Auto World News. Well, there is no new Auto World News. That's the news. There's absolutely been nothing from Auto World now for 6 months. And we are currently waiting on the 3 car Breeze set, which is I haven't heard a word about. And we're also waiting for Silver Screen Classics or something like that. And it's going to be the John Wick car. Finally, the Blues Brothers car with the speaker on the hood or on the roof, pardon me, and something else. It always escapes me. It must be something I'm not interested in. But there'll be a 3rd car with that as well.
The only thing that's popped up recently is that Andrew Tedesco is offering a Bad Man in pearl white. That seems to be the only new car from Auto World that I see anywhere. I think we
The
talked
speaker
about it.
will be crooked. Yeah. You bet, Steven. There'll be a whole series on how I sent it to you to get fixed. For sure it's going to be crooked, man. Like it would be straight. Oh, the blower on that car amazingly blows me away that every single car was made like that and they just kept producing them. They're all crooked, every single one. Hey man, did you get that car? Blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's got the crooked blower. All of them. Let's see what we got going on here. Why don't I Oh, I was looking for that where are we here? What? Oh, it's so crazy. Drives me nuts that they would even put that out there like that. And yet they just kept putting it out. They put it in a set. They sold it separately. All crooked. Man, that is some crazy stuff. It's unbelievable. Music. Oh. All right. Let's see.
Yeah.
I mean, I can speculate with AFX. I pretty much have a good idea of what's coming with them. Like I said a little while ago, AFX is going to come out with the whites for the F1s at some point, and very possibly put their own liveries on them. And we've seen now a couple of Mustangs with the new liveries. So, it's Camaro time. So I suspect a couple of new Camaros, 2021 Camaro HOs are coming out right away. And I only say that because they've just put out a couple of Mustangs, and it's the Mustang and Camaros that get released together, those ones. The horsepower shootout is a good example. So they'll be back and forthing it with those cars. So now we've seen two Mustang GTs, the silver one and the black one. Both look really good. I don't own either of them though because I don't buy cars I can't run on the track. That's just the way it rolls. I'm no longer a specific collector where I'm just going to buy cars that are just being like thrown at people. I don't do that anymore. I used to though. I used to own 3 of everything, and now I only own 1 of everything because you go from being a collector to a just haver. But I like I said, I won't buy cars that are too big for the track. It's not even an open conversation; they just are. I've showed it many times, and it's kind of exhausting. So. That's pretty much it. There's not going to be a whole heck of a lot, but I can tell you what will happen though if AFX or if Aurora, if Auto World doesn't get their stuff together soon. This is what will happen. AFX will have a complete market over our slot car shares, our complete shares over the slot car market. And they can put out whatever they want, and people will have to buy it because that's all that's available. Now, there's a very good possibility that Auto World might lose interest in slot cars altogether. So the slot car HO future is not as bright as it was when I first started doing this. I can tell you that right now, because when I first started doing this, Auto World would have 14 to 20 new slot cars every month, even if they were just cars and coffee crappies. And we talked about that before, where they'll have a box of 12 and 6 cars in the box are absolutely fantastic, and the other 6 are like mediocre, very normal, nothing special. The kind that you'll end up seeing at that hobby Hobby Lobby. You'll probably find them for like $12 at some point, literally, because Auto World makes them buy a box. They can't sell the other 6 cars. Those 6 cars stay on the shelf. They order another box of 12. The the good 6 cars get sold. Now they're left with 12 cars, and that's a whole entire box. So that's how that goes.
I think Deshalia there has a very good point. Says, I guess we all need to write AFX a letter. I think that would be just an excellent idea. Start some kind of an email campaign or something to
Yeah.
let them know we're not entirely happy with the size of the bodies lately.
Yeah, well, this is something that actually Robert's been talking about it a lot longer than myself, but it's something that's been going on for a long time right now. And as of the bodies with the Camaro and the new Mustang, and that's the new Mustang GT, um, they're too big.
Yeah, I mean they're on the 1.7 chassis, and they should be on a 1.5 at the very
Right.
most. So
Right. Yeah. See, like Steve was saying, even Steve with Stockpile Hobbies was blowing out lots of videos at that time of Auto World crap, and it was literal becoming crap, which is the reason why Steve finally had enough of the extraction chassis from Auto World, because it's pathetic. To be honest with you, it's really sloppy. It's not deserving. It's very costly. Uh, so that's a problem. So yeah, and that's right. The scale of these companies has kept it to where it was supposed to be. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Kevin. I appreciate it. That is true. That I've stopped. Actually, I've just explained that I've stopped buying any car that doesn't fit on the track properly. I will not buy it. So that's why you haven't seen a review for the silver Mustang or the black Mustang. They're out there. Everybody knows it. But I'm not pushing cars that are incorrect. I'm just not.
yeah, but I agree with Kevin there. Fix the issue. Stop, I haven't bought an AFX car for quite a while.
And it's literally just that, right? Like,
Yeah.
what are you guys thinking? Why keep pushing it like this? It just doesn't make sense to me. Why they would get into something like that? They immediately should have realized what was going on. And I don't know, when you leave 164, when you leave actually 187, and you slide across 164, and now you're on your way to punking out 143, like, like
Yeah.
187 here, right? This is exactly what I just said. Thanks for joining us, K Moon. Awesome. Glad you made that comment right when you did. Exactly. Exactly. Well, that's it, right? And it's a shame. Um,
And there's no reason why they can't make them like that, right? Really. We have
well,
the technology.
when they scanned the car, what made them say, nope, not this small? We need to make it this big, because they certainly put it in some sort of AutoCAD before it was produced. And who pulled the drawing out and made it bigger? Why not get it in the right size, right? Like, when you have the proper width, this is a good width of a car. When you have the right width of a car, see, here's 2 cars that are the proper size, and it absolutely makes sense because they're in the right scale. Here, I'll move this one. It's kind of hard to see. There, lots of room. Lots of room there. So it's just like they're drifting, I guess is would be a good word. They're drifting, you know. And it's a bit of a shame because it's a sour point for me because when you when you grow your channel on something and then suddenly everything is just going amok, it's kind of like, oh my gosh. You know, like I remember I used to be able to do 2 to 3 reviews a week on slot cars, and now there's not 2 to 3 new slot cars coming out a week. I couldn't, even if I wanted to, there was nothing to review. So I already reviewed the 2 Mustangs for you. I told you they look good, but they're too big. That's my review. So, it's kind of weird. Like, right? They literally just need to shrink them down. They need to get them in the right dimensions, and they'll look fantastic. I mean, they already look fantastic. There's literally no denying that. The problem is you also can't deny is they're too big. They cannot sit on the track side by side properly. They invade each other's lane. So, yeah, right. That's exactly what the case is. Slot Car League of Champions. I absolutely agree with you for sure. They're just looking for better scale, bigger scale, so they can compete. And I don't know. There are a lot of companies that have done a really good job of bringing in the detail. I mean, Lifelike even some of their stuff. Most of it is very toyish looking to me, but there's some decent stuff. And then Model Motoring has some really decent stuff. So if these companies can do it, why can't the Major Two do it? So I think that's where we are. Um, Unfortunately, folks, the timer is almost run down, and I do have a previous commitment with the next people who will be going live. So yeah, T jets are a good size to me. The T jets are just a little bit small though, but something in between a T jet and the Current would be absolutely perfect. Yeah. Well, this is true. So I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Absolutely fantastic. I appreciate you all being here. Once again, um, guys, you know, when you're looking for something to do, flick on the tube and head for slot cars. Make sure y'all get what you need. If it's not out there, we'll do what I did. Start a channel. I want to thank Robert for being here. Robert, any last words?
I'm happy Canada today, and thanks everyone for joining us. It's been a slice.
Awesome. Steve, if you're interested in joining me, send me an email, brother. We'll get something going. For everybody else, I want to thank you for joining me tonight. Don't forget, get your heart racing.